Fuck you, Kudos. You look like a fucking mugger.
Can you say that?
Damn, with the hard R.
Beef?
James, I think you should start this one. James.
Okay, Courtney, now cut at some point there, and then cut back to me here, and like maybe put me in front of like a fireplace or something. This is James. Welcome back to Beefboys. I just got off a 4-hour road trip, and we're gonna get comfy for this one. Kudos. Wave. Doplex, don't move or your mic will go sicko mode, but that's Doplex that we're seeing right now. Courtney's got Doplex on the screen, not Andrew. Doplex. And here's Andrew. All right, cut back to my ass. Welcome to Beef Boys.
Welcome to Biff Boys.
The beefiest boys in town.
Hey, I had something I want to bring up. Something that's been fucking infuriating me. Something that's been pissing me the hell fuck off.
Speak your truth.
Speak your truth, King.
I want to talk about tropes that are pissing me and you guys off. Here's the one that's been pissing me off for the longest time.
Yeah, Trump pisses me off too.
Yeah.
Bleep that out.
Yeah. Orange man bad. Yeah, let's fucking I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that bit.
Jump right into
Let's
it.
just jump right into it.
Let's
Hey, you beautiful bastards.
Courtney, edit Andrew
hate.
jumping right into it. Sorry, Dope. Kudos. Go ahead.
Courtney, edit yourself into this entire episode from start to finish.
Yeah, just
Yeah, if
delete us
Doplex's camera
completely.
dies again, just film yourself like fucking brushing your
put
teeth
yourself
or something.
on Kudos' monitor back there, or whoever's monitor that is.
Record you editing this entire thing and put it back there.
Yeah.
So, I was reminded of this recently because of that fucking Space Jam trailer, the new Space Jam trailer.
Come on and jam.
I fucking hate
And welcome to the
badass grandma as a trope. I'm so fucking sick of it. It was because it was what's her name?
Yeah.
I never really thought about that.
From the Looney Tunes, but it's everywhere. It's literally the only joke that like TV commercials have is, oh, here's grandma. Oh, she's dancing to hip hop music. But you didn't see that one coming. Or it's like,
oh no, grandma is subverting your expectations.
it's literally that
Grandma's
every
kinda sick.
single time.
Shout out to all the people.
Cut it
Dude, my
there.
Doplex is so my Doplex, my Discord's fucked right now. Shout out to all the people that know Dancing Grandpa from the Six Flags advertisements back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
That's a subsidiary of Dancing Grandma is the Dancing Grandpa. I just hate that shit where it's like, it'll be like them driving down the street in like a lowrider, like bumping music with the fucking hydraulics, but it's the twist is it's grandma and she's listening to rap. Wow. I feel like I've seen 500 fucking examples of that. And then it was in that Space Jam trailer as well where was it the grandma from like Sylvester and Tweety? I don't even know her fucking name.
Tweety.
But she's like, she does like, everyone comes in and they're like, oh, she's old and frail. And then she like fucking goes full Yoda mode and fucking just starts doing flips and like crazy shit.
Yeah.
And like sinks a perfect 3-pointer. And it's like, just fuck off.
Sick.
I'm so sick of it. As soon as you see an old person in one of those things, it's like, oh, I can't wait to have my expectations.
She's gonna do something cool.
Yeah. Be to expect that.
What about sexy grandmas though? What about some gilfies? You like that trope?
No.
I'm down for that.
I'm with it.
No.
It's not really a trope. I mean, I can't think of anything other than like American Pie that might have done something like that.
Dude, 40-year-old virgin, he gets the gummy? Come on.
I thought that was Yes Man.
Yeah, he also gets a Yes Man.
Oh, I don't know.
I think maybe
it is Yes Man. I'm a dipshit. That might happen in 40-year-old virgin. I don't remember, but it definitely happens in Yes Man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go below 25, but I probably wouldn't go above 28. I've got a very small range of people I would date.
Yeah. Right.
So no, guilt.
Well, you already have a
Gilf's off the
giffle.
menu, boys. That's a little Star Wars reference.
So tropes are interesting because I feel like we talked a little bit about this in our group chat, but you don't like the grandma trope, and I specifically don't like very specific horror movie tropes. And I already explained one of them, and that's when there's always this scene where there's a little fucking kid, a little piece of shit, sitting crisscross applesauce, full-fisted crayon, drawing some demon that he saw in his sleep that his parents can't see. It's like that. I feel like that happens in so many forms of like horror media. And it's so annoying because it's like, I already know what this is going to be. It's a demon that the parents can't see. It's like, Mommy, this is Dominic. He comes to me in my bedroom and touches me inappropriately.
Don't do it. Pull it back. No.
I already did it. No. You should have. If you would have stopped me like 2 seconds earlier, then maybe that would have been safe. Courtney, do me a favor. Cut that out and replace it with this. Mommy, can I have a Capri Sun? Replace it with
Can I have one for Dominic too? My new ghoul best friend. He's
my ghoul best.
He's gonna touch you inappropriately tonight in your sleep.
Here's an illustration I did with a full fist crayon, which is not how kids draw.
And it's only black crayon. Mommy, look, I drew our house. It's yellow and it's red and it's blue, and then I drew this black fucking demon.
Whoa.
Why isn't it a white demon?
Okay.
Am I right?
You tell me to dial it back, and you go fucking twice as hard.
Dude, we're talking about tropes. I don't like that demons are always black. Come on.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
On the paintings. I don't know what they are.
To be fair, ghosts are usually white. So,
that's
like
true.
Casper.
Yeah, that's true. But
I guess it's a little bit yin, a little bit yang,
Yeah,
I guess.
it just depends on the ghoul,
exactly.
on the guys.
The spirit realm continues to be diverse.
IT, what's the clown in IT? He's as white as you can get.
The clown in IT.
Why are you, dude?
IT?
Wait, is it called IT or
IT department?
Dude, I was thinking the IT department. I was like, what the fuck is he talking
Some guy.
What the fuck?
Some guy named Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
Dude is like, wait, you guys don't have a clown in your IT department?
Yeah, well, it's the staple. He's in every IT department. They bring him in for morale.
Right, yeah.
Do you remember that small phase when clowns, like people were like dressing up as clowns and fucking around in like dark highways and shit?
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I'm reminded of it, I'm like, what the fuck was going on?
I wish we should bring that back. Like once COVID is
That was
over,
like a man-made pandemic.
Yeah.
Don't leave your house. Put on your mask, or the clown's gonna fucking beat off in your teeth or something.
Yeah,
it was so funny because they were like clearly just out for like a bit of a shock, but every now and then some cunt would like pull a gun on them and they'd just bolt.
Right.
like they really didn't think beyond like scare person and car drives off.
Right.
Dude, I remember there was one of them where fucking it was like at the height of it, and I'm pretty sure it was planned, but this dude like walks under an underpass and there's like an inlet, and he like hears something and he like walks over and his breathing is all labored and everything, and he turns the corner and there's just straight up just a dude in like multicolored pantyhose with the most bullshit red Ronald McDonald like afro on with like a big ass nose, just like with a giant sledgehammer smashing a watermelon. Just smash, and the dude he's freaking, he's screaming. The guy chases it. He pulls a knife out of the sledgehammer and starts chasing him. And it's like, how does anyone fucking believe that shit?
Yeah. No, yeah, that shit's definitely fake.
I'm pretty sure someone died though. I remember that's kind of when it ended. Like someone pulled a gun on one of the clowns and they tried to meme it, and then the dude just fucking capped him.
It was only a matter of time for someone to shot
America.
or run out. I mean, they were finding people in their cars, so like eventually some cunt's gonna swerve into them or something. So it's like, it was a dumb.
You're kind of asking.
Sorry, Dubix, you were talking about horror movie tropes.
Oh yeah.
You know what tropes? Doplex, kick it.
Okay, I'm a kick it boy. So
kick these nuts.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step on your balls.
Come on in.
Anyway, so yeah, horror movie tropes. Like I think it was Andrew. I was telling you, The Haunting of Hill House. The Haunting of Hank Hill House.
The Haunting of Hell.
Mommy, there's a ghost in this house.
Like
there's a ghost.
When everybody was talking about that show, and like I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And in the first episode, the second I saw a little kid hunched over in the corner, it was like, if this kid, I swear to fucking God, if this kid has a crayon in his hand and he's drawing a demon that his parents can't see, I'm completely checking out. And I did, because that's exactly what happened. And then I ended up just kind of like laughing at the entire first episode, and then
I can guarantee you, Courtney has already hit pause while editing this and is looking at me from the door, and she's going, and is going to say something to the effect of Doplex didn't like Haunting of Hill House. And I'm like, damn, you should see exactly what I say afterwards.
Me and Andrew are going to be on a Discord call together when it happens.
Put a dick in my
Exactly.
mouth. You could draw a dick going in my mouth. There you go, Courtney. Now we're even. I think we're even.
I love the juxtaposition of how violent that sound is versus Doplex just like,
he's got all his he's got like hidden muscles in his throat. It's like a car wash.
He's a very passive dick sucker.
Yeah, my mouth is like one of those electric battery powered pocket pussies. That, like, move around and they look like
the hand crank ones. You have to start like a lawnmower.
Can you imagine a sex toy that takes that much work? Or you gotta rev it up. I'm gonna fuck this thing.
There are those sex machines that like fully have like belts and shit on them that like like a generator and shit.
Yeah.
No,
like
kudos, you gotta take those off and get to the pussy. You gotta pull the pants down.
Take the belt off.
You know,
I see what you're doing. You fucking.
You know what tropes I hate in movies?
what tropes do you hate?
What James Miller YouTube? What
Family.
Family. You
Family Guy.
You don't like Fast and Furious?
Well, specifically, only when family is mentioned by Vin Diesel. That's my least favorite trope in fucking entertainment history.
That's understandable, dog. Wait, so you don't like Fast and Furious movies? Because I fucking hate them.
I like the old Fast and Furious, but I feel like I just fuck with them for nostalgia and because the soundtrack was way fucking cooler.
Right.
Like Tokyo Drift, bro, the main theme to that shit. That shit's popping.
I do like Fast and Furious. I've only seen a couple. I haven't seen that many, to be honest. They're kind of guilty pleasures. But just, I think my main beef with the Fast and Furious series is everyone I know who's really into them are all fucking idiots. Like, it's all the minces from my high school. It's all the minces from my high school who like never left the town we grew up in.
Yeah.
Who just like do nothing but post like their profile picture is a car.
And like always with these people that we mentioned, there's a ton of crossover between people our age that still use Facebook and people our age that still watch Fast and Furious movies.
100
Yeah,
fucking
I was
percent.
gonna say there's definitely.
If there's anything you should take away from Beefboys, get the fuck off Facebook, or we're gonna judge the shit out of you.
Delete it. Here, we'll even give you a second. Everybody, just give them a moment of silence. All right. If you're listening to this from your computer, we're gonna shut up for like a minute. Not even that long. But I want you to open a second tab and delete your Facebook account.
We're gonna shut up for 5 to 10 minutes because that's how long it's gonna take.
Yeah. So here, I'll even play you some Facebook deleting music.
Facebook.
Delete your face.
Go ahead.
Come on, do it.
Stop looking at my feet.
Don't
Get on
even
the other
do
page.
not look at James' feet.
Don't look at my feet.
Facebook.
Stop looking.
Get rid of it. You don't
Get
need
the
any of
fuck
those
off.
people in your life.
You don't.
Unless
Just
Congratulations, you
Watch
just
the
deleted your
dude.
Facebook account.
Unless
Wait,
we need to make an exception. Unless you use it to laugh at weird people from back home, that's okay.
And to troll old people. Yeah, that's
those
fine.
two. Those are
Yeah,
two
well.
acceptable uses of Facebook, is to look at
Or
broken, janky people who
maybe
still
if
like
you
Fast
use
and
it-
Furious.
Yeah, maybe if you use it to watch like the dude, he's in a room and then he jumps through his computer screen and oh my god, it's magic. He jumped through his computer. Now he's in a whole nother room. Everyone knows that guy. He's the fucking. I can
What was
never
his name?
remember his
Zach-
name.
Not Zach Fox. Zach
Bro, you said
Michaels.
Zach Fox last time.
Brett
That's a
Michaels.
fucking rapper.
What's his fucking name? Zach Michaels. Zach.
No,
Zach
I don't even know if
Braff.
it's Zach.
Zach
I see him on YouTube Shorts all the
Braff.
fucking time.
Yeah.
So
He's
James,
the guy who turns paper into money.
I hate his tropes too. And you guys remember the old Facebook magicians that they would be like, all right, find your favorite number between 1 and 10. Now add 9.
Yeah.
Now subtract 5. Multiply it by 2. Divide it by 4, and add the double, and then double it, and then add the base number. And everyone, and it's just like a really complicated math problem that if you break down X is always X at the end, and it's like,
Yeah.
That would be a fun way.
And
to
I
make
got it
my
right. You have
episode.
to like this video.
Can I, it's been a while since I've experienced actual magic, but I did experience it a couple weeks ago, and it blew my fucking mind. Like magician magic.
Got
Oh,
mean,
I thought you were saying
yeah.
like you got some bomb ass top.
That well, that
yeah,
too,
that's what
that,
I was thinking.
that
Like, oh,
is
you got
magical.
paint licked on.
that is magical.
Come on.
No comment.
You know, we're
But
all guys
there's-
here, right?
But we're at a bar. Shout
Hey,
out to
girls, close your ears. Guys,
Sorry,
I love
Kudos,
getting
go
my
ahead.
dick
Sorry.
sucked.
Word. I'll drink
All right,
to
girls,
that.
open your ears.
Hell yeah.
Open
All
your
right,
ears
Kudos.
and your
Ooh,
mouth.
magic.
Am I right, boys?
Open
I
your
wanna
ears
hear
and your
about
mouth
it.
for James's fellas. But
No.
I was at this bar for it's Fortress Melbourne. Shout out to those guys, great bar. But they
Shout out.
it's the premier gaming bar
to their family.
in
Sponsored
one
by
of them.
Gaming Bar.
I would happily be sponsored by them. But we were there having some drinks, and they had a magician come around. It was like a Friday night, and I guess they hire a magician. Crazy guy. I wish I could remember his name. But like, it's so long. Even when you see magicians, they're usually like on stage, like doing a stage shit. So they have something like he literally would come up to your
Right.
table and like whip out cards and just do stuff. And it was like fucking mind
They
blowing.
use his cock.
Yeah, he whips his cock out and he makes it disappear, and then it's been in your ass the whole time. But he pulled out like,
Oh no!
he like did this crazy shit. I don't even know. He like fucking fanned out the cards and he's like, pick a card, just any card, class. But like, don't pick it up. Just like look at it and be like, all right, this is the one I want. And then he'd
Right.
like do some shit, shuffle around and pull out, and he'd be like, and that's your one there. And he just like fucking found my card. Like I just looked at it. I just looked at a
Yeah.
card and he fucking was like, that's it. And I was like, how the fuck do you know that was my card? The other crazy thing he did was he had these like little foam bunnies that you could like they're just like carved out of foam. And he was joking like, oh, kind of real bunnies. So we just use these other ones here. And he did this shit where he's like, all right, now put this bunny in your hand and now squeeze your hand as tight as you can. And he's like, and you know what the thing about bunnies is they like to fuck and they like to multiply. And he's like, now open your hand. And there was like an extra bunny in my hand. And the weirdest thing was I felt
the
like
fuck?
when he said some magic word or did some shit. He didn't touch my hand at any point. He just said some shit, and I felt like my hand, I could feel like a pressure in my hand.
What the fuck?
When he said that. And then so that was crazy. And then my friend Tom Video, go shout out to him. He was there with me,
Shout
and he
out to Tom.
Shout out.
he put
Shouts out.
one bunny in, and 4 came out, or like 5, like just his fucking hand exploded with all these rabbits, these little foam rabbits. It was the buzziest shit.
My
Like,
brother used to be able to
What
do
the
that. My
fuck?
brother he's going to be so embarrassed if I talk about it, but my brother had like a magic kick for a while. He's pretty good at it, to be honest.
Wasn't that the sort of shit that would
magic's
get you
cool.
like burnt at the stake where you're from?
Yeah, he was ducking the church left and right.
Shout out to my cousin.
I don't know where this.
Andrew didn't get
That's
it.
where the story ends. No, I got it.
I got it. I just
If we're gonna
didn't
make
wish-
people believe we're cousins, you have to feed into it, Andrew.
Oh wait, I actually
now I
didn't
get
get it. I thought
I
you
thought
were
that's
making a
where you were
Virginia
going.
meme.
No, I was.
I thought Andrew was being like, yeah, I got your joke. This is my
No,
reaction.
Andrew, fucking cousins to Andrew is like a trigger word. He's living in Virginia. You
Your
can't
trigger
fucking-
too
triggers
long.
his fucking penis.
Yeah, for real.
Anyway,
Sweet
yeah,
dude.
that's
Anyway.
where that's. Oh wait, no, that's not where the story ends. So we have this had this thing in Harrisonburg, and it's called First Night, and it's basically a smaller version of what goes on at New York and a bunch of other cities during New Year's. So there's like throughout downtown, there's a bunch of different bands or different shit you can go to, and we used to go see this guy do a magic act, and it was very clearly for kids, but it was always really funny because he just wasn't that good at it. And I think the last time we went, I can't even remember how exactly it happened, but we were all sitting there, just enjoying watching this guy do bad magic, knowing exactly how he did it. And at the very end, he like completely fucked it up, and there was just this like 30-second long pause of just silence where he was staring at whatever he was doing, and then he was like, "Look over there."
Whoa!
We're losing our shit.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Like, do you ever see those videos where like there's like a guy dressed up as Spider-Man at like a kid's party and he tries to do a backflip and he fucking brains himself and all the kids.
Yeah.
He like gets a concussion, he's passed out, and there's all these kids like, Spider-Man, no!
Dude, that fucking video of those people that did a kids party and the guy playing Thanos is on the ground and he just gets mauled by all these kids.
The kids start kicking him in the face.
Kicking him in the
Fucking
He
epic.
actually starts like you wouldn't think a kid had that much force, but he's like, ah!
It's so epic.
That's so fucking
Those kids are
funny,
badass.
goddammit.
Yeah, but also kind of an asshole. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like when I was a kid, and like if I would see like a superhero, that's Spider-Man, like, or like a villain or something, I wouldn't think like I gotta
beat his ass.
Job. Yeah, I gotta go fuck him up. He's right here. I watch the cartoons. I know what goes down. I gotta go fuck this guy up. I gotta go,
I don't know if
like,
I ever
catch
had
the
that like
spade.
suspension of disbelief as a kid where I thought some dude in a costume who showed up was Spider-Man. Like, I don't know if I...
Right.
Yeah,
I
never did.
didn't.
I feel like it's...
Yeah.
Unless you're like really young, like under 5 kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Like,
maybe I
we
did
did,
then,
but we
but-
just don't remember.
Yeah.
I went
'Cause,
to-
like, sounds weird.
Sorry, Duplex, you're so quiet on my end.
You're
What'd
so
you say?
quiet and
I'm
sexy.
sorry. How's this? Does it sound better?
That is
No, I
actually
think
kinda
it's
nice,
my. I think
can't
it's.
even
I
lie.
think it's my Discord thing. What were you saying? Sorry,
you
I didn't mean
muted
to cut
me.
you off.
Oh, I mean, I was just saying, like, I feel like maybe as kids we did see them as the person that they were dressed up as, but we
Well,
just
what do
don't
you mean as
remember it.
kids? Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like when you're a kid and you like you
When you're
you
like
go to,
3.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's under
exactly.
5 kind of thing. I think
Yeah,
that's the only
yeah,
time
yeah,
but like
I'd fall for
I
it.
don't. Yeah, and like I can't imagine like being like I can't imagine being in that mindset where I actually believe that fucking Batman is right in front of me. You
He
know?
took his time
Yeah.
out of his day to
Yeah,
show up in
his
broad
busy
daylight
schedule.
and hang out with
Yeah.
some kids. Because like if
Happy
Spider-Man
birthday,
showed up
Jimmy.
and he didn't like web sling around and like climb up the wall, I
Right.
think I'd be like,
You're like,
well, this is shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
phony.
you're the shittiest Spider-Man
Yeah.
around. Get the
I remember-
fuck out of
Go fuck 'em
here.
up.
My sisters always were like, even until they were like 7 or 8, were always super hyped to like go to Disney and meet like Princess Belle and shit like at the parks. But we went to Hershey Park, which is in Pennsylvania. Shout out East Coasters.
Hershey Park's a good time.
And we went to Hershey Park when I was like 5, and you know Hershey Park doesn't have mascots; they have candy. So there was like giant, like 6-foot tall dudes walking around in Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yo, I got to meet Reese's peanut butter.
And at that point, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's not how that works." I don't think.
I gotta meet this candy bar.
You go to school and you get back like, dude, I met the Reese's peanut butter
Dude,
cup.
no, you
They're
don't
like,
get
what?
the real
it's a
one.
peanut butter. The real guy.
Guys, please, I'll show you this picture. I swear to God.
I fucking met Butterfinger. You don't understand.
He butterfingered me, guys. You don't get it.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
Fucking,
I got the
I
pictures
remember
to prove it.
when I went on that trip, I got like
Butterfingered me. Sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. When I went on that trip, I got like obsessed with Reese's peanut butter cups, and they became like my favorite thing in the fucking world. Like not
I
even just
still
my
love
favorite
them.
candy. Like I was fucking obsessed with them, and I was just eating so many of them, and I was like, for a portion of my childhood, I was like pre-diabetic. Like I would have like black buildup on my neck and under my arms, and it's because like not like gross, and you couldn't wash it off or anything. It was just like actual
That makes it gross.
pigment of my skin changing because I had such like I had a buildup of whatever the fuck
Of peanut butter.
diabetes is.
You're not meant to eat
Yeah.
the cups, man.
But
It's just meant to eat the chocolate.
But well, to combat this, my mom, because I never had a sweet tooth. It was just I was obsessed with Reese's peanut butter cups. My mom
so two contradicting
that I was-
statements.
my mom told me that I was allergic to peanut butter and chocolate, but only if they were together. So for like a huge chunk of my child, not huge, but for like 4 or 5 years, I was just terrified of chocolate and peanut butter, regardless of their state.
Dude,
I
your
was
mom
like,
did
bruh.
what Gus Johnson's mom did. That's so fucked
What did
up.
she? I don't.
Did your
Oh,
favorite?
dude,
Does his mom do?
At his live show, he had this bit about like if you're a parent, and you tell your kid a lie to make your life easier, make sure you write it down somewhere so you don't forget. Because basically, she told him that he was allergic to chocolate milk, that chocolate milk was poisonous, and he like for years went believing that. And then he was at a friend's birthday party, and their mom was like, "Do you want chocolate milk?" And he was like, "Nah, I'm not a sucker." And he's like, "It's poisonous."
Yeah.
And then the mom was like, "No, the fuck it's not." So then his mom had to be like, "Why would you believe that?" And he was like, "Wait, you don't even remember telling me that shit?"
That's the funny thing. These things that like scar you for life. The closest mascot story I have is when I went to England when I was younger. And I went to Legoland Windsor, and
Legoland.
yeah, and it was around the time that Lego Star Wars was like first a thing. So they had all these like people as like Star Wars as the prequel
The glory
mascots.
days.
I think like episode 1 had just come out, so it was all about like people dressed up as like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and stuff. And I remember they like
And nobody was
good.
dressed up as Jar Jar Binks.
There probably was some, because you have to admit, like, people kind of fucked with Jar Jar a little bit.
No, there was
on.
definitely a lot of kids that did.
Like,
I fucked
kids
with
Have you
Jar
guys
Jar.
seen
yeah.
those Jar Jar Binks candies where you like straight up like make out with him? Do you guys remember those?
Oh yeah, his tongue comes out and you're like,
Yeah, you're like sucking his tongue because that's the lollipop and it's like this big.
Whose
James, I don't
idea
remember
was
this.
That's fucking That's
sweet.
hot. I don't remember that though.
But there
Well,
was
I kinda
If
wish
you could
I
find
do.
it, put it on screen. If not, I'll
Oh,
send it to you, but put it on
Andrew,
screen
they're
right
old
here.
though. I remember because they're old.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Stop. I remember I met Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon. I can't remember, one of the two. They both kind of look the same. And they like gave me a lightsaber.
But
they
Lego,
were like
right?
teaching me to fight.
Someone's gonna light you up in the comments for that.
Wait, they were teaching you how to fight?
Yeah, they
I can't remember, was it Obi-Wan or Darth Maul?
Look, it's both.
I don't remember.
All I remember is they were, because as a kid I didn't really watch Star Wars that much, so I just remember a guy
Right.
in robes, like brown robe with the white
Yeah.
robe underneath.
That's-
and
no,
lightsaber.
that's fair
That's
Bro,
all I
all
remember.
you need is the
Yeah.
color of the lightsaber and you would know.
Well,
Well,
no,
I
I
would
didn't
know at
notice. That's
least.
the thing. I didn't notice.
Look, I'll be honest.
Rat.
I didn't really fuck with Star Wars as a kid, but I loved Episode 1, like just that movie
I
specifically.
think I was the same. I
God,
really
I wish I
liked-
knew Spanish because I would have just been like, yeah, Doplex fucks with and just say Star Wars in Spanish.
I think it's L Star Wars.
Estrella Wars.
I
Wars de
explained the joke
Estrella.
because funny.
Oh yeah, keep going. Kudos.
Well, anyway,
sorry.
they gave me this. They gave me the lightsaber, and they had one, and they were like, "Okay, this is good. At what you can do like this, and then I'm going to do a low swipe, and you have to jump over it." And I just, for some reason, just couldn't get that concept down, and I kept fucking up. And I just remember how embarrassed I was at like this guy was trying to do something fun for
Right.
me, but I felt like I was letting him
Yeah.
down. It's like, I'm so sorry.
were you in like a
disappointing.
line?
No,
Were you
he
in
was
like
just
a
like,
line
you're
to meet
just
him
like
and people
walking
were watching
around.
you?
You're just walking around, and
okay.
they would just like come up and be like, "Hey, do you want to have
Yeah.
a test? Do you want to learn to be a Jedi?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." Also, I'm really sorry if you can hear. There's this fucking dipshit of a dog downstairs that these the people below me just let scream all day. I think they just leave, and he's just not an apartment
I
dog.
don't think we hear it.
It's-
I don't
it's-
hear it.
I was thinking
I wish-
they should donate it to like euthanasia or something, but I don't know. I can't quite convince
The
my
them.
country
God.
of euthanasia.
Donate it to
Did you
me.
meet red block
Rocket?
at a Legoland? Just red double block.
It's the
Did you
real
meet
red
that
block.
one?
I met a grey two-stud block, and he was stuck to another
Yes,
guy, and they couldn't get each other off, and they were like, "Get out!"
Yes.
It's like that scene in Bruno.
I met loose brown cowboy hat and spare piece arm at Legoland.
I met translucent fire at Legoland.
You're playing with your buddy, and you're like, "I met that guy." And he's like, "Okay, dude."
Can we
I
give a
met
shout out to
Blimp
the
that
best,
costs
Alright.
extra.
best Lego block was it was like a bush, and I got it in like a Wild West playset, and it was just like spiky upwards bush,
Yeah.
and it had all these like
Yeah.
little bits you could kind of, and they'd like twing like
Yeah.
like the tongs on a thing. Anyway, that
I
was
think
cool.
I think the
What's your
best
guys'
Lego
favorite
block
Lego
is
piece?
probably. My favorite Lego block is probably diamond ore.
Ah, you little
Chris.
bitch.
Oh, you're making a Minecraft crossover.
Play the
bro.
applause.
Courtney like throw
That's
Minecraft in there or something.
But
Throw us on,
James,
like, a
they
Minecraft Let's
actually do have that. They had a crossover with Lego, so you actually can get diamond Lego.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
That's
Right.
like real life Minecraft. What the freak?
Yeah.
My favorite Lego piece is the palm tree. I think that's the best.
That's a
Yeah,
classic.
you would
Lego.
say that.
You guys think Notch
fucking
fucks
Los
with
Angeles.
Legos?
Probably. He's so rich he could do Lego in real life. Like he could like just build entire houses out of Lego and then like fucking fly to Epstein's Island.
Super Lego in real life.
Oh, stop it! It don't sound that silly.
No, I was making a joke. The Super Mario in real life.
Doplex. Oh, fuck, who wants to go meet the Taco Bell dog?
I wasn't making fun. Wait, Kudos, can you do an American accent? I don't know if we ever made you do that. Can you do it like an
Hello.
Say hello. I would like.
Was that Mr. Rogers?
I would like.
Hello.
Say, I have to go pick up my Grubhub. I used my credit card for my.
Hello,
tacos.
I have to go and pick up my Grubhub. Wait, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
That's
do it.
not
That's
the worst thing I've ever heard.
exaggerated, but
Hello, I have to go and pick up my Grubhub. Also, cuckolding.
There it is.
Yes.
That's the one.
That's the
No,
one.
that
That's
wasn't
what
bad.
sells it, baby.
Print it.
All Americans
Print it.
love cuckolding.
It's true. We all like people fucking our wives.
Yo.
You know, it's
Andrew's
weird, like,
the head of his college.
Yeah.
I'm so used. I'm
Go
so
watch
used
my
to
video
Gross's
on that.
voice.
Courtney, put it in.
Yeah.
Courtney,
so used to
put,
Gross's
put
voice.
Andrew's entire video in right here.
Put the whole video in.
The whole
Courtney.
thing from start to finish. No, please don't do that. This podcast will be like forever long.
You know, long podcast.
This podcast would suck because Andrew's content is bad.
Yo,
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
here he
That's
goes.
just-
Yo,
Scene.
Courtney, end the podcast right there.
Just got it right there.
No, just kidding, Andrew. I swear to freaking God.
Doplex, you had something to say?
I was just saying, back to your American accent, I was just saying that I'm so used to your voice that when Andrew's playing with his titties, when I hear you speak,
Yeah.
when I hear you speak, like no matter what accent you do, I still hear
Yeah.
that accent because I'm so used to it.
Hello, I'm going to
Like,
vote
yo.
for Joe Biden on the television.
Yo, his
Yeah.
arms are weak. Yo, I got a prompt. I wrote this down in my notes. I'm just gonna read it right
It
off.
was a
It.
flawless transition.
All right.
You guys ever do anything really strange for your own brain happiness? I used to set an alarm for 3:45 a.m. when I was in high school, just so I could wake up and know that I still had 3.5 hours of sleep left. It was the best part of my day, and
I
that's
still do that.
that's the truth. Do you actually do that?
Yeah. But not like that ridiculous. But I set it. I always set my alarms.
You're not fucking
earlier
dumb
than
like
what I
that.
need. Yeah, I always set my alarms like way earlier than like not even like maybe like an hour like before I need to get up, just so I can get up and be like I can still sleep. You know, like
See, that's
it's
torture to me.
Yeah, that's an awful idea. Don't think. I have one alarm.
Like,
I
I would-
get
I mean,
up and I'm
not
done.
not even for that reason specifically, like just because like in my brain I'm like, no, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get up at this
Yeah.
time, you know. But like,
Yeah.
at the same time, it's also kind of nice to be like, no, I can still sleep. I'm gonna fucking go right.
Yeah.
back to sleep.
I would set an alarm for 3:30 or 3:45 in the morning, and I would go to sleep at like 11:30 or 12 or whatever when I was in high school, and
Yeah.
I would wake up at like 3:45. I would literally just wake up to the alarm, and I did it for like a year and a half, and every fucking morning I woke up to that alarm, and I was like, oh man, I got 3.5 hours of sleep left, and just go back to
Let's
sleep
go.
happy as shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's one of the ways to trigger lucid dreaming, is to do that. Like set
Really?
set alarm.
Oh.
I
Apparently-
wish I could lucid dream. I'd fuck Kudos in the ass.
Sweet, you can do that in real life, but I think it's like you set it for
Yeah.
Okay.
you set it for like 5 hours after you sleep. You go to sleep, and I think it hits some certain time of the night where you're at like a specific part of sleeping. You're meant to like wake up and fuck around for like 10 minutes or something, and then go back to sleep.
Yeah, that's the witching
And
hour.
the whole time you're
That's
meant
why
to
they do all that stuff on YouTube.
the whole time you're meant to be thinking about
Right.
like lucid dreaming and like maybe like reading some stuff about lucid dreaming. Just think like I'm gonna lucid dream, and then you go back to sleep, and that's meant to help trigger it.
Do you think that works?
Apparently.
Not just that method specifically, but do you think lucid dreaming is real or just a bunch of
I've
people
done
being
it.
fucking liars?
I've done it.
Nah, I believe
Yeah.
it.
I've done it
Yeah,
twice
no,
in my life, I think, and it was fucking podges.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
no,
just
it's-
you
it's legit.
consciously just did anything you wanted and manipulated the whole world around you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, isn't it like
don't believe
it's
that.
essentially like you started off like basically inducing like sleep paralysis where you could you can't move your body, but your brain is still fully awake.
It's like
that
halfway
shit's
between,
freaky.
I think, isn't it? Where like you're kind of conscious, but you're still dreaming. So you can kind of you can
Right.
open the fucking Gary's Mod interface and like fuck around and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's really.
Your dream
I've only
becomes
done
a
it once or
sandbox.
twice, but it was so epic that I like remember it. But I haven't done it in like 10 years.
Yeah.
I would like some
Yeah,
people do it every night.
interesting.
Like if you get really good at like just being conscious of it and triggering it, yeah, you can do it pretty regularly. I think.
Yeah.
You guys ever wake up in the middle of dreams or like, because I've had that happen before where like something really bad's happening and I'll fully come to consciousness in the dream and be like, bruh, just wake up. This is fucking stupid.
Oh yeah. Your fucking Clippy shows up and he's like, "Do you want to get the fuck out of here?" And you're like, "Yup."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Little
no,
paperclip on the side.
I had that the other day.
Or,
actually, yeah.
like one of those Netflix things come up.
Are you still watching?
Are you still watching?
Do you want to escape this hell?
I'm gonna
Yes.
get out of here.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Skip the intro on this one.
Do you ever,
I've bored myself awake. Oh, sorry, kudos.
I was gonna say, I had
You
one
say you wait. Did Andrew just say he vored himself awake?
No.
Is that what you said?
Bored. As in, like, my dream was so
boring. You'd rather be
insanely
awake.
boring
Oh.
that I woke up and I was like, God damn, that
Yes,
was
for a
boring.
refund. Like
I
a
had-
bad
That's
movie.
fucked.
I had one of those ones the other day where you wake up and you're so glad it didn't happen, like it's not real. Like you get so lost
Dude.
in like,
Oh, dude.
like I fucked up some social situation. I think I was just like a
Yeah.
real asshole to some guy I know for no real reason, and in front of like everyone, and everyone was like, "What the fuck, man?" And then I was just like,
Yeah.
"Fuck!" And then I woke up and I was like, "Yes, it didn't happen."
Dude, that happens to me so frequently, and they're the
Yeah.
fucking worst. And it's always like pretty similar situations. Like it's either like I had to kill someone in self-defense, and like I'm afraid of going to prison, or like it's the end of the world type shit, or like
Damn,
Yeah.
mine
Like,
are
those are the
benign,
fucking
eh? Mine are
worst.
like, oh, I said something dumb on Twitter,
You're
or
mean
like
to some guy.
I fuck up like in a social situation, and now like my friend's mad at me, and then I wake up, I'm like, oh, thank God he's so
Right.
mad at me.
Yeah, mine are like doplex. I have them like every fucking night at this point too. And I just wake up and I'm like, oh, glad that didn't happen. Like it's like
Yeah.
I get arrested for fucking life. My entire family dies. The world
Yeah.
ends.
Yeah.
Like it just I fucking like I don't even know. It's just
I
wild.
don't know if it's
Yeah.
better
But
to have
those
that
are-
or to have the ones where you're having a fucking banger time, and then you wake up and you're like,
See, that's
Oh.
awful.
I have
I
so
hate
many
that
where
so
I have so
much.
many where I'm like meeting people I really want to meet. Like I guess as fellow YouTubers, I'm sure you'll agree.
Oh,
with.
yeah.
You have dreams
Yeah.
where you just like
Yeah.
casually hanging out with like some guy you really want to meet on YouTube, or maybe even like
And
a
you're like
celebrity.
you're hitting it off like fucking
you're just-
crazy. and
it's
it's like,
like-
oh my
it's like
god,
the
I'm so
perfect-
happy
yeah.
I fit in. And then you fucking wake
Yeah.
up and you're
You're
a
like-
loser.
You're like,
know,
I don't
that-
actually know those people, and it's like it's the kind of situation as well where you're like you're just hanging out at their house or something. Because I'm always so
Yeah, it's not
I'm always
anything
so
crazy.
afraid that when I meet big people, it's going to be at like a meet and greet or at something where there's like 500 other people who also are there to meet him. I'm like, I'm not going to get like the
Right.
one-on-one conversation I really want to have with this person. So in your dreams,
Yeah.
you're like somehow you've been invited to their house and you're just hanging out, having a brew, watching the game, you know,
Having a laugh.
and then you wake up and you're like,
Having
this
a
person-
laugh.
You having a giggle,
that-
mate?
That happened to
having
me
a
actually
go,
the
mate?
day I posted my video, my most recent video. I posted it and it went live at 9 a.m. and I woke up at 9 and like I went back to sleep afterwards, but like I checked my phone just to, like make sure it went live, and then I fell asleep, and in my dream I checked my phone again and I had like 200,000 subscribers.
Oh.
Dude,
It was
I
like a
hate
million.
those.
Fuck, man.
And
I
it felt
hate
so
those.
real. I was like, dude, holy shit, this video is popping up.
That's happened
and
to
I
me
woke up.
multiple
Bad.
times.
It was like the exact
so sad.
opposite. I was like, oh yeah, this is
Damn.
my life. This is who I
Dude,
am.
That's
it's
so fucking
always
sad.
it's
I'm
always
so sorry.
it's always like in a range of emotions like immediately, and it's
Yeah.
immediately like, damn, that didn't happen. And then
Yeah.
as soon as that thought is over, it's god damn, I'm pathetic.
And then it's like,
I was really
you start
dreaming
trying to
about
think, like,
that.
how could I make that happen? And then you fall asleep.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes there's a pre-thought. That's usually how it goes. But sometimes there's like a middle thought there where I wake up and I'm like, oh, did that not happen? And then I'll start to like try and believe that no, I just fell asleep because I was thinking of how that did happen, and then like pick up my phone
Right.
and see if it really did, and it didn't.
Would you rather have those dreams or the dreams that are shitty, but then you're really happy when you wake up because they didn't actually happen?
I'd much rather have I'd much rather have
yeah.
the happy ones.
Because there's been times where I've had like a dream that was like so bad that I was legit like crying in my dream, like because like to talk about what I was talking about earlier, like I had a dream like I had to kill someone in self-defense. But like I couldn't prove it.
That's so
then I was
horrible.
going to prison. I was like, fuck, my life is ruined. And I felt myself like crumbling, just becoming a shell of a man in my dream.
Yeah.
And waking up and just like seeing that like, oh no, it's just another day. I'm fine. And it was like legit a sense of like relief. I think that feels pretty good as opposed to like waking up like, oh, that cool thing in my dream isn't real.
Yeah, I would much rather
You
have the bad
basically-
dream and wake up relieved.
It's basically like Doplex, you know, like they called the meeting in his dream and he thought he was going to get sussed and then he made it.
That's a reference
lost
to
another round.
Trouble in Terrorist Town if you gamers.
Oh
don't
no!
get
I gotta wake up.
Get me out, please.
that. Wait, because what's the
I
game?
like
What's
the
the game that Emojis is like kind of a meme? It's like Mafia or Trouble in Terrorist Town or something, isn't it? Like what it's like vaguely based
Trouble
on?
in Terrorist Town's like a Gary's Mod meme.
Yeah, but that's like it's the same thing, right? Where you like have to vote out like the imposter or whatever.
That's
Yeah,
Mafia.
it's more jank.
I was just
Mafia is
saying,
like
would it
that
be
as
fun if
well.
we replace all the fucking Among Us things with Trouble in Terrorist Town? Like when the terrorist is mistrustful and shit.
Oh wait, is it Counter-Strike?
Maybe kind of. I think it's
I
Gary's
just wanna
mod.
make
It's
sure
like
I
a-
understand the meme.
Pretty
I
sure.
think it's a Gary's Mod Counter-Strike source like
It's
fucking
a source
thing
engine
going on
thing,
there. Donkey has such a funny video with Trouble in Terrorist Town. It's one of my favorites that I always go back to. It's so good.
Yeah, those are funny.
Yeah. Shout out to Donkey. I hope I have a dream where I'm hanging out with him and then I wake up.
Yeah, shout
Feel
out
like
to
a piece of
Donkey.
shit.
Get them subs, bruh.
Big shit.
Let's,
Yeah, he
let's all,
kind of
let's
needs
all go
it.
hang out with Donkey.
Yeah.
Let's all fall asleep right now on the podcast and hang out with Donkey.
Dude, I woke up laughing one time because I was watching Andy Griffith in my dream.
In your dream?
Yeah, so this is like young Andrew, so you know my knowledge of television and funny was like
Right.
Andy Griffith. And
He's got the same
I
name
woke
as
up
me. That's
laughing.
funny. That is.
And I sat up and I was like, that was kind of weird. And I looked over and my brother was in his bed and he was really into Rescue Heroes at the time. I don't know if any of you guys remember those things. And he was at
And
like
he was just humping a rescue hero.
he was at the foot of his
He was
bed and he was like
coming.
army crawling to the to his pillow. And he's like, "Don't worry, I'll save you." And then like collapsed.
Army Crew.
I was like,
Army Crew.
sick.
Are
Also
you sure that
could've
wasn't a
been-
double dream?
No, that definitely happened. My brother and my sister both like big sleep talkers, walkers. My sisters walked all over the house.
That's
I think
wild.
the
That's
worst
just
one,
scary.
That
the
is
worst
scary.
one that ever happened because we all used to share a room when we were really little. I woke up and my sister was just like, she was sitting up in her bed and she was just looking at a corner of the room
Oh, fuck that.
like that, and I was
That's horrifying.
And then she was like, "Give me a piece of paper and a crayon. I need to draw something."
She,
You draw a demon, I see.
I looked back at her and she like stood up and bolted out of the room.
Oh,
And I
fuck that.
I was,
Oh,
you know, I
fuck
was like, "Ugh."
I would have thrown her away. You should have just gotten rid of her at that point.
Throwing the whole
Thrown her in the
sister away.
trash. Yeah,
Dude,
go get a
fucking
new one.
there's not a fucking out of all those dreams though, my least favorite fucking dream, it happens to me all the time, is in a dream I am owning a fucking room of people. Like I am just killing jokes over and over with like I'm making everyone fucking laugh for like hours on end, like 20 fucking people. And then I
No
wake up and
Russian,
I'm
but
like,
with your comedy.
yeah, and then in the dream, I'm like, I don't even know what, like, I wish I could remember those jokes if they were that funny, because all I remember is like,
If only I could decipher them.
Joker, where he has like the fucking book.
Oh yeah.
Just speaking in dream speak.
That would be kind of funny.
yeah, it's
He
just
had a
like
whole-
an adult in Charlie the Chocolate Factory. That's not the fucking show.
He had a whole Sims stand-up comedy routine.
Yeah.
yeah, literally.
Double
speaking
beast
in
bar.
Simlish.
Oh.
So let's connect dreams to scary movies. Do you guys, well, kind of. Do you guys have any like, kind of, whether it be in dreams or like in that, you know, like that dream state where you're popping in and out of consciousness, where like something spooky and ghosty happened to you guys? Because I have a couple.
like sleep paralysis kind of thing.
Or I guess, do you guys have any? Yeah, do you guys have like any maybe ghosty kind of shit in general? Like you like real Or
That
like
one
shit
was
you
kinda
thought might have
sad.
been real ghosts and stuff?
I've never had like
Nah.
a ghost experience. The creepiest thing I can think of is a story my mum's partner told me where he was like, I'm from the country. I'm a southern boy, and he was
Oh.
he was like walking. I think he was just walking through a field late at night, and he saw like a star in the sky, like kind of moving a bit, like just across. And he was like, "Oh, that's interesting. Might be a satellite or something." And then all of a sudden, it just went whoop, and just went straight up. And he's never been able to explain that, and that always kind of was like,
What the fuck?
Dude,
That's
alien
fucking
shit.
weird.
Like I'm always like, I don't believe that. I don't believe
You
that.
don't
And
believe
then
in
like,
alien shit?
Dude,
and then,
you
like-
literally look like the alien guy. You look like Greg Papadopoulos or whatever. How could
you
you not
do?
believe in UFOs?
Holy shit, you do look like
Papadopoulos.
him. That's crazy. Wait,
Oh,
do you
yeah,
actually
Courtney,
believe in
Courtney, throw up
aliens?
the picture
Yeah,
of
throw up the
Andrew with his
picture.
crazy ass hair where he looks like Greg
Yeah.
Papadopoulos.
yeah, no, and
But
also
doing
throw
the
a picture of
pedophile
a girl
clap.
with really big anime titties. Just put that next to it, just for my own amusement. Actually,
I
DM me
think so
that as
too.
well.
no.
Wait, hold on. I wanna have a debate on Andrew about this. Do you actually not believe in life?
No,
on
so
other
when I
planets
say
and
like I
galaxies?
don't believe in alien, it's like I'm telling myself that of like, nah,
Right.
I don't know about all
Yeah.
that. Because it's more of just like, because then I have to entertain like a
Right.
million different things, and then
Guys,
you watch
in
a
Andrew's
show
universe,
where, like,
God created the Earth 7,000 years ago and pulled fucking Adam's
Right.
dick out and created Eve.
Okay, but hear me out.
Don't
And I want to
complicated
give you
here.
a very because I feel like now in
That's
2021,
that's
like,
a joke by James, by the way. I just need everybody to know that.
Andrew has
It
an
would've been a
entire
joke like
channel
6 or 7
trying to
years ago,
debunk
but yes,
Right.
it's a joke now.
Yeah, Andrew is a very devout Christian. Every time I say fuck, he slaps me.
I
Yeah,
God
look
wouldn't
at
like
his channel. You'll see all his love for Christianity.
Yeah.
and the church,
Bill's
big
love
love.
is
Yeah.
key word.
Andrew's
for his
middle name is
semen.
Jesus.
Mostly the church.
His middle name is
All right,
Jesus,
Doplex, though. Doplex,
Yeah.
educate us on life on
Yeah.
other planets.
I got you. So, okay, here's the thing, right? I feel like now in our current year, to not believe that there could possibly be other shit out there is just crazy to me. Like, I feel like maybe like 20 years ago, like, in the 90s, where it was like, oh, alien propaganda. Oh, look at this cool
Bro, the
alien
90s
stuffed
wasn't
animal.
20 years ago. Like, you're living in 2015.
Oh shit! It's 30 years ago. Ah.
Oh, fuck.
No, I know.
You know what I
because
mean?
we didn't have Neil deGrasse Tyson yet, dude. I mean,
True.
he's revolutionized.
He's an
But like
alien.
I always heard this
He is
thing
an
that like
alien.
as humans, right? Like as humans, we are so like full of
Sexy.
ourselves to where we think we are like the end all be all of just like living organisms to where like
Yeah.
we are like the definitive thing. Like
Yeah.
anything that is living, we are it. And like I think that's such like a self dick sucking way to think about ourselves. Because in reality, humans aren't that great, right? Like we have really cool nervous systems, I guess. But like
Yeah.
we're
pretty-
not great. Like I'm sure there's like a lot
No, we're fucked.
cooler beings out there.
No, we're pretty
Like,
sweet.
I'm sure there's,
though.
like-
Have you ever seen titties though? You're like, that was meant to be.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah, titties are great, but imagine alien titties. That's all I'm saying. Like imagine
Exactly.
like
Imagine
some broad
alien
from
titties.
fucking Mars coming down, and she's got big blue bangers hanging off her chest. She's like,
I still think I like
otherworldly.
human
You're like,
titties.
She
more.
got
That's
this-
the thing. Like animal
Yeah.
titties are gross, like dogs and shit. Nah. So it's like, how would,
talking about animals.
how would aliens be any better than what we've got here?
because they're probably like humans, but like humans 2.0. Like if
Yeah.
humans got like some crazy like
I-
patch upgrade.
I always remember I had my hopes dashed in like year 9 science because I think the science teacher made a very, very like obvious but point I'd never quite considered before, which is like life on other planets could probably just be an organism or like a tree, or
Right.
like
Well,
like
most
where-
likely-
where-
yeah,
where
very well
you
be
hear
that,
like
yeah.
life in
Most
space.
likely
But
it
that's
is,
the thing.
but-
It's just the open mind, like thinking that could
Most
be a
likely,
possibility.
yeah. It probably is, but I mean, it's unfathomable to me that anyone could believe that there isn't another conscious organism somewhere in the entire fucking universe.
Just the
Right, 'cause
infinite
it's
amount
huge.
of
We're not that
possibilities.
lucky.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Statistically,
Like-
there has to be at least a
Yeah.
couple.
Like God just shot off his nut into the galaxy, and just a giant sperm was just floating through all the stars and just managed to hit our rock. And then we all just like, bloop, bloop. Hey, among us.
Among us.
There's kind of a.
But you know what none of
there's a
those
bunch-
planets have? You know what none of those alien species have?
Titties.
What?
titties.
Andrew Miller.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
subscribe to Andrew Miller on
Beautiful
youtube.com/Andrew
Andrew
Miller.
Miller.
There's a few different theories as to why we haven't met aliens, and most of them are really depressing. like
what?
the one that
we're not good enough.
all species eventually reach a point where they just blow themselves up. Which, to be fair, we've kind of gotten close to a few times. Like there's a theory that every time, like they develop nukes and then, or their equivalent of nukes, and then they just blow the planet up. And that, so like, there's a theory.
I think that's a very
yeah.
I think that's a very human-centric way of looking at species development, though, because like that, it's so fucking. It's on a macro level, it's so fucking disappointing to look at humans and look at all the shit we're fucking capable of and all the things we're able to adapt to. Like, you take something away from us and we get so much better at another thing. Like, adapt to life. Literally, humanity is life just persisting through everything, and it's so fucking cool. And then
what is humanity if not life persisting?
Exactly. Here he is.
And then but then literally, like, we're like the Earth is just dying because like certain people don't believe that it's getting like too hot outside or some shit because it snowed this winter. Right. And it's like, what the fuck? So I feel like, I don't know, it's a little human centric to think like, oh yeah, well, every species at some point fucking kills themselves. Like, no, we are gonna do that.
One of the like many theories is like, maybe this is why we have it. Especially like once you have like technology, it's not even necessarily like, it could be an environmental thing, but it could just be like a war thing or like a.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. They could also, they could be like the Borg. Like, these alien species could be like a big hive mind that all gets together perfectly and never fights. But
which is all kind of under the same blanket, though. Like, still war, like, nukes going at each other. Like, it's still, it could very well be that thing. I don't. It's kind of scary to think about. But Andrew, what are your thoughts? I want to hear your thoughts on
aliens.
Yeah, like we're not aliens. Like, I feel like aliens is such a weird way to describe it, but just life. Like outside of our fucking rock. Like like because you said that you tell yourself that it's not possible, but I genuinely want to know. And I'm not trying to be all like fucking Nat Geo.
Well, no, he says he tells himself it isn't possible, but I think he knows deep down, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Carl Sagan. Watch Cosmos by Carl Sagan from the 80s. That shit's fucking popping.
Yeah, I honestly kind of take the the agnostic approach of like, I don't fucking know, but I'm open to hearing people's stories.
But that's it. That's literally it.
I don't think
none of us know.
Yeah, but that's are you saying that you tie religion to science and space, because that's not the same?
I'm a bit of a Satanist when it comes to aliens.
No. I'm using agnostic.
Like, are you saying you're agnostic in every way? Because like the existence of aliens doesn't tie in whatsoever with the existence of God.
No. I'm not saying that. I was using agnostic in the just to put a label on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just the idea I don't know, but it could go either way, and I'm easy either way kind of thing.
Yeah. Although I will say this, like my personal faiths and outlooks on life, whatever aside, if we ever if a spaceship comes down here and is like nanu or some shit like that, my faith in like any shred of it I had, it's out the window. I'm like, all right, this is all just like complete chance, whatever.
Right.
That would be fascinating to see, like the global reaction to like aliens landing and just how that would.
We'd kill it or try to, and then get wiped out. There's no other reaction.
Have you guys seen Mars Attacks? Have you guys seen Mars?
Joe Biden would fucking use his last brain cell to send a nuke at it or some shit.
Have you guys seen Mars Attacks?
Yeah, I watched when I was really young and it scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it's creepy.
What was it?
Mars Attacks. It's like some like 90s movie.
Mars Attacks?
Yeah.
The aliens has got like the big exposed brains. That sounds
up my alley.
Yeah, they have the big brains and like little robes. They like.
It's you can probably recognize it's kind of like iconic character design.
Yeah,
it's really Andrew, they're old.
They're like 3 years older.
Yeah, Andrew's only like a couple years older than us. Anyway, there's a scene where that happens, and the UFO comes down, and like everybody's like getting ready. It's like it's a televised event, and like the alien comes out. They like. I forget exactly what happens, but I think they're like about to shake hands, and then like pretty much they just start zapping everybody with these like guns that turn them into like ash, and like I feel like that would be like my worst nightmare, where it's like this big anticipated thing, and then they just fuck us all up and kill Jack Black first.
Nah, that would fucking suck ass because it would be
Yeah.
so cool to just be fucking friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be
Dude,
friends
that's what
with
I'm
an
saying.
alien.
I want Alf to be real.
Yeah.
I want Alf's the homie. I love that show, and I love that like idea of a character just being like really in tune with the culture of the world and just making pop culture references. That's such a
Yes,
funny
this is
idea
me.
for
It's
like
gotta
a
be
group of
deer.
aliens to be.
I want Star Wars to be real.
Oh, wait,
That would be my outcome
What, like
for
the porn
aliens.
parody?
Just alien. Yeah, no,
Is that how we
aliens,
space Star
aliens
Wars
just
in
coming here to
Spanish?
fucking cosplay, bro.
Oh, okay. They come
That's
get some
you
of our
know,
seed.
dude. Aliens
so
come down
sick.
and they just throw it back for the real ones.
Just come
Is
down
that how
and
you
start
say
fucking
Star Wars
twerking.
in Spanish?
Star Wars. Star Jorge.
Putas de estrella.
Hey, I gotta go soon, aka now.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Well, we could wrap it up.
Fuck
How
you
do we
too,
want to
James.
close
How
this
about you go
out?
for another 4-hour drive?
Fuck you.
Yeah, go fucking hop
Yeah,
in your
go
little-
fucking
yeah,
go grab like a
drop in your
tomato
hoopty,
from
yeah,
the
go
food
drop in
store,
your fucking
pussy.
4-hour
Fuck
car
you.
ride, you dumb cunt.
All right, let's end this podcast with a song. Ready? When Big Larry came out just to put him down, SpongeBob turned into a clown, and no girl ever wants to dance with a fool who wins and ripped his pants. And no, I shouldn't move around, I shouldn't curse, but the pain feels so much worse. It's running up with no one is a lot less fun than a bird from the sun or sitting in bars. Woo! I want to forget, so listen, and you will regret being true.